It is an Extreme Rules four-way dance for the ECW World Championship. Taz, Rhino, Raven, and Sabu all collide with the one piece on the line. With one piece on the line, the top prize within the ranks of ECW. It is for the ECW Championship, an Extreme Rules four-way dance. And if you don't know what an Extreme Rules four-way dance is, the four-way dance means it is an elimination match, which means that nobody is going to care when the other is going for the letter of press, because it is a four-way dance. And after a DVD, Rhino just took down Taz with a TKO. Rhino's not wasting any time taking out his the best moves from his arsenal. As they switch pairings, Rhino moves to Sabu, Taz and Raven. I've never seen that move done in a WWE video game before, so props to whoever created Raven, giving him a move that I've never given him, one of the new moves, as Rhino knocked Sabu into Raven, and then Sabu gets whipped into Rhino. And then Sabu gets whipped into Rhino. Rhino, speaking of Rhino, goes back for the DVD. And Raven again with the seated knee strike, with Sabu lined up in the corner. Back to the TKO. It's simple but effective maneuvers by Rhino. He's going with what works. ECW showcase here at SummerSlam. Sabu just got whacked. He just got whacked with the... with a garbage can? Sabu just got whacked with a garbage can. Rhino sets up the table. Rhino and Sabu repair off as Rhino gets sent into the barricade. Sabu and Raven and Taz are paired off in the ring. It's taken maybe 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes for Plunder to start being fixated around the ring with the sledgehammer and the garbage can. Taz with cross faces, attacking the face of Raven. TKO takes down Sabu. The odds are stacked against the champion as Taz gets knocked down. And I'm just realizing, from somebody who's played WWE games before, that they are actually allowing you now to have more weapons at ringside. With the fact that it looked like Sabu just got whacked in the back, I don't know how the hell Sabu just got split open. If he got whacked in the back with the Singapore cane, but it might have been a stray bullet that caught him elsewhere. I honestly don't know how Sabu could have gotten busted open if it whacked him in the back of the head, not the front. Methodical from the Man Beast. Methodically breaking down Sabu as the Man Beast. Taz brings in the Singapore garbage can. I didn't catch the suplex, but the human suplex machine is living up to his name. Can Sabu go down? Taz. It's odd for me, after all this time, seeing these guys not care about the pinfalls, not care about the submissions, because this is the first time, and I thought it'd be fitting for it to be the first time that I do a four-way dance. It is action-packed. The action never stops in this four-way dance, as more weapons are being introduced. The original garbage can is gone, and now Sabu couldn't go. He wanted it back, so he brought in another garbage can. Double team move by by Sabu and Raven. Raven blocks the Death Valley driver. No way! Raven blocked the Death Valley driver and planted Rhino with the even flow DDT. He just planted Rhino with the even flow DDT. What a reversal by Raven. Sabu with a combination, saving Rhino. And I think he just missed planting Raven on the top of that sledgehammer. Sabu, I think he might be looking for the Arabian Facebuster, but Rhino's in the corner and he can't. And because of the cluster in the middle, because of the cluster in the corner, Taz got a ladder. Taz has a ladder. I genuinely was not expecting a ladder to come out from under the ring with these four guys in this match. Taz has taken out everybody. Taz has taken out everybody. Taz is trying to relocate Rhino, but the amount of plunder in the ring, I don't know if he can do that without having plunder interrupt his whatever action he had. Side Russian leg sweep by Raven, and now Raven is attacking Sabu. Rhino gets himself a breather on the outside. Release German suplex, I caught that one from Taz. Rhino gets himself back in. Taz drops him. And I think he just missed the ladder. But Raven did not miss the chair. Dropping Sabu with that chair shot. And Taz has a sledgehammer. And he's feasting on the blood of Rhino. Death Valley driver by Rhino takes down Taz. Raven and Rhino. Russian leg sweep. Vintage Raven with that Russian leg sweep. Sit out clothesline by Raven. Raven is taking it to legitimately. Raven is taking it to everybody right now. Raven is feeling it, but Taz nips it on the butt and hits him with a released German suplex. Roll overhead, belly to belly, Tazplex. Taz is now feeling it, taking out everybody around. Rhino. Inside cradle by Rhino. Catches Taz off guard. Taz almost gets taken out. Taz almost gets taken out. Rhino. Rhino takes him down with a thrust kick. Raven. Raven. Raven put the table on fire. Raven put the table on fire. Raven put the table on fire. Lariat. Taz. Actually, I was right. Taz and Rhino are in the ring. Sabu and Raven are on the outside. This is, I believe, the first time Rhino got a weapon. And it's I think Rhino's going to regret that. Because Rhino ends up having to deal with Taz. Rhino kicks out. He found a way to kick out. Taz with a cross arm breaker. Sabu rolls to the outside. I think it's only a matter of time before we see the cut on Sabu's head get worse. And Raven. Rhino rolls to the outside. Raven uses the chair to catch Taz off guard. And Taz kicks out. The amount of weapons all over the ring. It looks like something you'd see from ECW. Raven just gets planted with a pile driver. Raven just got planted with a pile driver. Rhino finds his way back into the ring. Rhino. I think now Rhino has planted legitimately everyone with the Death Valley driver. Taz blocks Rhino. Sabu, he put the fire out, but he did not go through the table. Go figure how that works. Raven is now the last man standing in the ring. Rhino's now busted open. The only person not busted open is Raven. This is not going to feel good for Raven. Alabama Slam. STO. I thought Raven was going to land on one of those weapons, but I think he landed right in between both of them as Sabu plants Taz with the Ushigoroshi and then a hip toss to Raven. Taz mission! Taz mission! Taz mission! The Kata Hajime is locked in! The Kata Hajime is locked in! Belly to belly suplex by Rhino. Taz is down. I'm not sure how. Taz is down. Or I'm not sure why Taz is down, but I know Taz is down. Raven with a jumping knee. Rhino gets introduced to the barricade. Head over heels. Rhino. Raven. Rhino gets introduced to the steps. Raven found a way to kick out. Raven found a way to kick out. I think a version of the Arabian Facebuster may have just taken out Rhino. A suplex by Taz. Into the corner goes Taz and Sabu. He just plants him face first in the corner again. Crossface by Sabu. Crossface by Sabu. Raven finds a way to get out of it. Rhino. Raven is now busted open. All four men are busted open. Kata Hajime. Kata Hajime. Kata Hajime. Rhino has been eliminated. Rhino has been eliminated. Taz has taken Rhino out with the Kata Hajime. And Taz just took out Sabu, tossing the garbage can. Tossing the garbage can, Taz took out Sabu. And Raven may have just taken out Taz. No, Taz finds a way to barely kick out. Shining Wizard by Sabu. Shining Wizard by Sabu. The damage that had been done by Rhino to Rhino. Rhino is finally just starting to make his way to the back. Rhino is just starting to make his way to the back. Sabu is the only man standing. Raven and Taz are down. I don't know what Sabu was trying for there, but Raven blocked him. Sabu gets blocked by Taz. This is definitely a showcase of the very best in ECW. Head and arm Tazplex by Taz takes Sabu down on the outside. Just sends him for a run, does Raven. Raven sidesteps Sabu. Belly to belly suplex by Raven. And the damage has been done as Raven can't recover right away. I think he might have hit the table as well. As he belly to belly suplex Sabu on that table on the outside. Attacking the knee of Raven is Sabu. Overhead, belly to belly, Tazplex by Taz. Takes down Sabu again, but now Taz has his eyes on Raven. The Kata Hajime is locked in on the outside. The Kata Hajime is acting on the outside, but in a four-way dance, it is not falls count anywhere. You must get the final pinfall or submission inside the squared circle for it to count. As Sabu just gets the wind knocked out of him with a sledgehammer. And that is enough for Sabu to get eliminated. Taz and Raven are the last men standing. One of them will become world champion. Either Taz will retain or Raven will get the belt. And that answer after a capture suplex by Taz. Taz puts on display just how damn good he is, that he defies the odds in what was an incredible showcase for ECW. An incredible showcase for ECW. Taz puts on display why he is the very best, why he is the ECW World Champion. And that is because he is the very best in EC freaking W. What a contest. What a showcase. Because I will even point out one of the things I learned, and this is one of the reasons why I like games like this that can keep me learning and figuring out new things, and that is because I didn't know you could get more than 4 weapons in a WWE game now, because for the longest time, that was the limit, 4. And you couldn't get more until you broke one of the weapons. But now that is not the case anymore, and you can get more than 4. I think the limit is probably 5 or 6, because it's not going to let you it's not going to let you fill up on weapons like they say with appetizers. Don't fill up on appetizers. But either way, Taz is still the world champion. I don't know what I'm saying, and I will see you in the next one.